As many of you guys know, last night, the brand new romantic comedy Crazy Rich Asians hit theaters. I had a chance to go out and see this film. Now, look, I was very excited about this film. I thought the trailer was really quite cute. I'm, of course, married to an Asian, so, in my marriage, we've had some excitement about this movie. And again, I've heard some very positive things. Once again, we talked about this on the show the other day. Rotten Tomatoes, the early critic ratings were having it at like 98%. So huge, with very, very big pop and very big word of mouth. Here's my review of Crazy Rich Asians. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It is a fairly harmless, often charming and entertaining, paint-by-numbers romantic comedy. And some of you might be going, oh, so that means he didn't like it. No. Listen to what I'm saying. It is a pretty good, harmless, basically paint-by-numbers romantic comedy that is often quite charming and entertaining and has some good laughs along the way. I walked out of Crazy Rich Asians having been entertained. A lot of smiles, a lot of giggles. Again, let me start with some of the negative things on it. It is a very elementary movie. Now, the director, Jon M, he is best known, fortunately or unfortunately, for doing Justin Bieber documentaries. I think he's done a couple of them. He also did that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson G.I. Joe film. He did that one. He doesn't have a great track record at this point, but I thought he handled this movie pretty good. Again, I saw nothing inspiring in it. He didn't really try anything bold. He didn't do a lot of stuff. And it felt honestly like a brand new director. It felt like somebody who was directing his first film and was just playing it kind of safe. And that's kind of how it came across. And you'll see what I mean when you see it. Just even in the first 10 minutes, it feels like a very elementary kind of movie, right? Also, they had this side plot with the rich guy's sister that had no connection to the overall movie whatsoever. Like none. So it's like, it was an interesting character, but they kept going away to this side story involving the rich dude's sister that again was in no way connected into the main movie. It was just, by the time the movie ended, I just realized, I said to my wife, it's like, well, that was a total waste of time. Everything they did with that character was a total waste of time. And the other thing, and this is just a me kind of thing, I am growing, it's starting to bother me how many of these romantic comedies end up where the guy of the girl's dream is always a mega rich, powerful dude. Like whether you're looking at, I don't know, that same movie, Pretty Woman, or whether you're looking at 50 Shades, or whether you're looking at Crazy Rich Asians, it seems like there's this huge constant motif they go back to that, turns out that her dream guy is a mega super rich, powerful guy. It's like, come on. Now, granted, there are stereotypes that go the other ways in romantic comedies with the girl is always this, and this. Absolutely, and that's just as irritating. But I'm just finding that one motif that how come the guy of the girl's dreams is always a super rich multi-billionaire with all the money and power in the world? And that's the dream guy. But anyway, I got past that pretty quick, whatever. But look, on the good side, there was very few, if any, eye-rolling cringe moments. Even some great comedies have like eye-rolling cringe moments, like, that just didn't work, that fell flat, that was dumb. And to be honest with you, even as I sit back now and reflect on the film, I can't think of any of those moments. Like, not a lot of moments that completely crushed it out of the park, but I honestly also can't think of any moments that, that fell flat. Like, I really can't think of any of those. It was pretty even-toned throughout with some very particular highlights, and again, some very charming and heartwarming and endearing moments. I gotta tell you, too, one of the big surprise performances for me in this movie was the woman with the stupidest name in Hollywood, Awkwafina. She plays like Constance Wu's former college friend who also happens to live in Singapore, so they reconnect in Singapore. And I'm going to tell you what, she was awesome. She was awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't an Academy Award-winning performance. It's not that difficult of a character to play, but she played it perfectly and was always funny, and you knew whenever she was going to be on screen, you were going to have a couple of laughs. The writing around this character was great, and the way Awkwafina played the character was spot on. Absolutely spot on. So every time she's on screen, I won't give any of them away. I'm just thinking of a couple of the moments of hers in the movie that just had me giggling pretty hard. Like, she was really, really fun to watch in this movie. So that was a big surprise to me. One of the things that was not a surprise that the best performance in the movie comes from the goddess, Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh gives the best performance of the movie. Then again, that's what we were all expecting. None of us are surprised at that. She is incredible in this movie. She brings the dramatic weight. Like everybody else in the film does a very nice job carrying a romantic comedy. That's fine. But for those moments that you needed to have some gravitas, oh, I hate using that word, but I'll use it here anyway. For those moments that you needed to have some gravitas and some emotional depth brought to it, they called on Michelle Yeoh. And she delivers. And of course, she's also starring in Star Trek Discovery Season 1, which I thought she was great in that. But as expected, Michelle Yeoh really delivers the goods. So look, overall, Crazy Rich Asians isn't a great movie. By my estimation, at any rate. It's not a great movie. It's certainly not a movie I'm going to be talking about 5 years from now. But honestly, for a fun little movie to go out to see this weekend, if you want some good entertainment, some charm, a couple of really decent laughs, without the eye-rolling cringy moments, Crazy Rich Asians is actually a good mark for you. I'd say it's a great date movie. And you know what? You don't have to be Asian. You don't have to be Chinese. You don't have to be from Singapore to appreciate the movie. I think you're going to get a kick out of it. So run out there and check it out. I think you're going to have a good time.